Power Inc. The really exciting part about the Alston project is that it's a turbine manufacturer. Its headquarters are in France. Its parent company that's over the turbine manufacturing units in Spain. This is after their first U.S. turbine operation in the United States. The company has $30 billion in annual sales, 80,000 employees worldwide. So they're a top-notch company that's got a lot of experience in the transportation and the utility industry. They've been involved in the wind industry for a little over 3 years. But they will actually manufacture at different locations initially the components that go into the turbines and the cells, everything on the top of the wind towers and so forth. The project, as we have structured it with them, is that they are going to actually take ownership of our spec building that we built.
How long ago did we build that building?
It's been finished a little less than a year.
And it wouldn't work. I mean, it was a mistake all along. You know that. We should have never built the building.
I won't say.
Is this comments you really got?
Oh, you were here.
I don't recall that comment. Out in the general
wasting taxpayer money to build a spec building?
Mostly in Madison Church.
Not even anybody, but that I don't think they know.
And while we're at that great point, when are we going to build the next one?
Don't we do it?
Just work on that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get that one up.
Well, it's just
People in there.
It's so.
Yeah, the exciting part about this too is if we take the spec building, then we are going to advance fund the expansion of that and get that building probably expanded 3 times over. We're looking in the neighborhood of 150 to 180,000 square feet. With all that in place, then we will then take back a note from the company, in essence a mortgage for the company. They will then equip it and begin production, and a lot of good things happen as a result of it. We're anticipating in the neighborhood of 275, maybe as many as 300 direct jobs within the facility, and a commitment from them to help us attract as many as 475 additional jobs for their suppliers or vendors and so forth. They have asked us for some assistance in looking at whether or not it's viable to create an enterprise zone for the project area, and have also asked us to assist them in approaching the taxing jurisdictions, including the city, for a tax abatement project.
We go back over why the enterprise zone. They're eligible for grants or something?
Well, the enterprise zone has some unique characteristics to it that you can, if you designate a project as an enterprise zone eligible project, that you can seek some sales tax relief as the primary thing, and it carries with it some very specific hiring criteria for low and moderate income neighborhoods. A lot of projects look at it and decide otherwise because of the record keeping and those things, and some don't look at it and see whether it really makes sense for them. But we're excited. It's one of the best projects that's come along in many, many years. It certainly gives us an extremely strong position in the wind industry. The smart thing is that our Zargus project, the German internal manufacturers, will sell their components to Alstom. That way they both receive credit for local purchases and local sales. Ideally, if this project works the way we've done others, like City Cheese and Helicopter, that we'll be able to defer all of those $12.5 million in expenditures by performance for these community jobs they create and local spending.
2011 is when they'll start.
They will probably have design and some early evaluation of all that finished in the next 6 months. Begin construction and hopefully be in full operations by early 2011. I think that times itself very well with the industry because most of the people involved in the wind industry see 2011 as another year to launch additional production and everything. So they're getting there right ahead of the curve. These folks are very professional and really know what they're doing in the utility industry in particular and now in the wind industry also.
How many turbines will they build a year?
I think right now the first couple of years will probably be in the 100 range.
100?
But it depends then on the market and how well they're able to perform within the market. We don't have real firm facts and figures on their production levels yet because of the early stage of the project. But they're still working on how exactly the plant will look and how big it will get and how they'll lay it out. But I will tell you, when you talk about the spec building, it was certainly a plus to have a building for them when they came to look at the community. Absolutely. And
They wouldn't have ever stopped.
well, the consultants who were one of the best in the country, Cal Sweeney, explained to us in very strong terms that Amarillo made the short list for initial looks because of facts and figures, but the project has made its decision up here because of the quality of the community and the work that we've all done to help get them here. So the world knows us out there. It's getting to know us even better all the time.
That's what's the maximum production of that plant when it's up and running full?
So I don't really know yet. Probably have a max production number.
It's north of 100 a year.
100 a year?
Wow. North of 100.
And I think, depending on how they lay it out and how many production lines they'll need, it's a nice site. It'll accommodate some growth for them. Of course, we've got room across the street if we need to know second.
Do you have any farms in the region that you know of that are currently in the process of site planning for your wind farm development?
Quite a few.
Really? So they're right now.
There's a bunch of poles on the ground up in Corson.
But I'm afraid, you know.
But they're just landing.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody's at a point in planning shovel ready where they can utilize services of this.
There are some that are across not only Texas but the whole center of the country. This plant will be Austin's U.S. production facility.
How many other production turbine companies are there?
Excuse me?
How many other companies are there producing turbines
Oh,
in the United States?
many. Dozens.
Really?
You know, some buy parts from different manufacturers and then they assemble the turbines. You know, Austin will actually take parts that they manufacture and then assemble turbines with Austin's name on it.
Good work.
The other project that we looked at here today was, if you recall, we had approved a grant of $50,000 for Texas Tech, their Office of Commercialization and Technology Commercialization, to help with the creation of a National Institute for Sustainable Energy and a National Wind Resource Center. They are doing a news release today about a MOU they have signed with Pantex to locate this National Wind Resource Center here in Amarillo on the Texas Tech property. They're in the very early stages of it. They're working with industry partners, companies like in Austin, some of the other majors in the country, other universities across the country that are involved in wind research as far as the performance of the blades, the towers, the turbines, etc., and with other industry type partners. I think the hopes are at some point in the future that this National Wind Resource Center will become along the magnitudes or in the magnitude of the National Labs, Sandia type thing. Will be the place in the United States people go to see how wind turbines perform in certain conditions, how blades perform and so forth like that. And also see the development of a commercial wind farm at the Texas Tech site with, I think, 150 megawatts. But
Is that where they got the towers up now, or the wind farm up now, or you
No,
talking
that's
about on the Texas Tech?
that's a separate project.
Is it going to be at the Texas Tech Ag area out there, west of Pantex?
West of Pantex.
Will they build a building out there?
There's a number of things that are looking to be built out there, in addition to a wind farm, and the test center, and so forth. Ultimately, they're looking to see some office buildings built that some of the Pantex employees that are inside the fence will come outside. And then we'll have also researchers out there from not only Texas Tech, but from universities across the country, just endowed chairs and all that sort of thing. So the $100,000 that we approved the other day is to help them in their continued planning. It's the last of those dollars they're going to ask us for. But for this to happen in our backyard and be a part of it is truly a positive thing. We do have an opportunity to have probably have an Amarillo Aedc board member sit on the board of this new entity also.
Very good.
Yeah.
Because this is a grant.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's money just to help them
I
get it
think
up
that's
and
partner
running.
number what we've got. That's great.
Very good, bud.
Thank you all.
Y'all.
Been a good way to start the year.
Yes, sir.
The last thing I'll say too, is since he's here, is that the project manager on this project for the last almost a year, Mr. Jennings, done a hell of a job. So I appreciate it.
You're here.
Give me a
Great to
raise.
hear from you.
Give me a raise.